Hello and welcome to another episode of Pub Suds and Grubs presents
The Speakeasy. What's going on, Kenneth?
We got Johnny Aces here.
What's the frequency, Kenneth? What's going
REM
on?
fan? Yeah.
No, I hate REM.
Yeah, me too.
But our beautiful decorations are still up. We're still wearing our lederhosens.
Yes, but we took the hats off because they were bloody hot.
Yes.
So we so last week we were kind of burning, we're sweating, and this week we're
I have something I could say, but I'm not going to say it.
uh-oh.
But we have another beautiful Oktoberfest beer today.
Oh, yes, we do.
And you picked this up again. This is from Sunken Brewing.
Yes.
And it's a brewery in New Jersey.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
Where are they out of?
They are out of... You're going to make me read, right?
Look at me.
Yeah.
They're out of Lebanon, New Jersey, not the country.
Lebanon.
Yeah,
That's,
not super far from here, actually.
no, right?
There's
That's more
supposed
like
to
a
be like a-
southwest, right?
It's supposed to be a good fish place over there, too. Lebanon Fish Market or something like that. I don't know.
I'm sure there is.
This one's on Route 22. And, I haven't had this one, so this should be pretty cool to try out. And it's
the marzen?
Oktoberfest. It's
Yes.
Oktoberfest. All right.
Yes. This is actually called... You want to read it?
October with a K.
Hey.
So here's the thing, though. It's spelt like the month October with a C, but then they just put with a K after. Aha! I see what's going on here.
But if you read, it says, why is it spelled with a K? Why is it released in September? Who cares? It's crisp, malty, amber in color, and sehr lecker. Sehr lecker means delicious in German.
All right, so lecker.
So, lecker up.
Yes. Anything you
Cheers.
wanna cheers to, or
I do.
what?
Yeah?
What?
Cheers to Ken's birthday.
Oh, no.
Happy birthday, Ken.
And my birthday just passed a couple days ago, and
We're gonna get into that. Let's try this
yeah,
first.
thank you. Thank
We're
you.
gonna-
I'm an old man officially.
Yeah, I'm gonna dig into your birthday.
Uh-oh. Now I'm in trouble. See how this beer is first, though.
Okay.
Okay.
So I have two things I want to say.
And I hope they're positive things, because I think this is really good. So what do you got to say? Put the pressure on them now.
So this is the second week of October. This is our second Marzen.
We had-
Marzen or Marzan?
Marzen, yeah.
Remember last week when we poured the other one? I was like, oh, that's light.
The cane one, yeah.
This is a lot darker.
Yes, this is kind of what I would expect.
This is what I was looking for.
Yeah.
This is a dark Marzen lager beer. This is an October beer.
Yes. This seems a little bit more traditional. I could be wrong, but in my eyes, and apparently John's as well, we think this is what you would see at an
I
Oktoberfest
think this
festival.
is what you would go with. Not that
Yeah.
I'm not knocking Kane's version.
Yes.
It was very good. But I think this is, when you think Marzen, Oktoberfest, October beer, I think this is what you're
They
you're thinking
weren't
of right.
afraid to really try to make this genuine, man.
No. Yeah, it looks like a dark iced tea.
Watch Marzen's supposed to be light. And
Yeah, I know, right? We're the idiots. It's probably from last year, and that's why it's so dark.
well, you could shake your head either way because we could be idiots.
So I think maybe we should check this place out. What do you think?
Yeah. Our buddy Jay was down there. I think
Was
he
he?
stopped. I think it was one of his stops. So they have like this tour that goes around that area, and it hits like a few different breweries on this list, and then you have to get this thing signed, like a passport kind of deal. And it's like all the breweries in that area and whatever participating, and then in the end you get like a free glass or something.
Sounds childish to me.
We're like children though, so that
We
would
are.
make
We
sense.
are big children. Except for you, because
want my
you
free
are
glass.
42 years old.
40 effing 2. Yes, I am officially nothing. I'm still in my early 40s. I don't want to say anything yet.
No,
you know?
you're 42. And we have a little celebration today.
Oh no!
Yes,
What is
sir.
this? This is a surprise, actually.
Yes,
Usually, a lot of times
sir.
we know what's going on, but this is definitely a surprise. Don's going to burn
sir.
down my house right
I
now.
am going to burn down the house. The smoke alarms are going to go off.
Oh, look at you! Now I got to compete with this for his birthday in a few
Yes,
weeks.
sir.
Put this pressure on me now.
I don't want to remember my birthday.
Yeah,
So we are going to sing to you together.
together.
All our YouTube people, and Stevie Wonder.
And Stevie Wonder. Well, that made it.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Ken. Happy birthday to you.
I'm blushing.
I thought the Stevie Wonder birthday song you would sing, but
I think I would like a 50 Cent, like, go shorty.
Go
it's your
shorty,
birthday.
it's your birthday.
We're gonna party like it's your birthday.
We're not going to sip Bacardi. We're going to sip bourbon.
Now, do I have to be like COVID with it, like COVID proper with this?
Spit all over that.
All right, and put it out with like my finger or something.
Bro. Make a wish.
I made the wish.
Yes, sir.
Hopefully, it'll come true, Johnny.
Happy birthday, buddy.
Thanks, dude. I really appreciate that, man. That's pretty
cool. I hope you enjoy
that. That was really cool.
I hope you enjoy that.
Thanks, dude.
Take that. If you want to eat it now, eat it now. You want to eat tomorrow?
I think I'm going to eat it when we're done. Yeah,
right.
yeah. Just because I don't think people want to hear us chewing and have cake all over my face.
So we'll do this so it doesn't.
That's a red velvet right there, people. By the way,
yeah, it's a nice red velvet.
Yeah.
I stopped and picked that up for you.
Yes, ShopRite makes them good.
No, not ShopRite. No.
Oh, all right. He's got his places. I see.
Yes, sir.
Well, thank you, sir. I really appreciate that.
So did you enjoy your birthday? Like, so now you said you're 42, right? You're still in your early 40s. Is it as enjoyable as it was when you were a kid, or in your 20s, or in your 30s? Like,
no, I think it's enjoyable in different ways. Now, when you have a family, it's just nice to spend time with your family.
Yeah.
And I mean, you know, when I was a kid, obviously you're more giddy. Oh my God, what presents am I going to get? And
right.
You know, and then when you're a teenager, it's kind of like, I think when you're a teenager, it's kind of like, all right, whatever. It's almost like you're too cool for it, but you're still happy to do it. When you get into your 20s, that's a different story. Because now you go into the bars, and you're like, we're going to party, we're going to whatever place. And so it was interesting for me, because when I turned 21 on my birthday, you're like me. John and I are like the older people in our class. So we didn't have at least I can speak for myself, I didn't have a ton of friends that were 21 yet.
Right.
So what I did was, I should tell my son earmuffs right now.
Earmuffs.
We had a bar that we went to that we knew the bartender, and he used to serve us when we were 20. And
that's funny that you say that, because my birthday was the same thing.
Yeah, was it?
It was the same thing.
And I had all my friends come because they could drink. And
we went to a bar. We knew we'd get served that because my girlfriend was a couple years younger than me at the time, and that's what we did.
Yeah, that's and
I won't say the name. I mean, the bar I'm talking about is not even around anymore. So.
Oh, all right. Mine was in Bloomfield. I don't know where
mine was in North Arlington.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But I'll tell you the name of the bartender afterwards, so you would know who he is. But we used to go there, and it was great because I still got to spend it with all my friends. It wasn't like the hip place to go for your 21st, but it was like for me, it was more important to be with my friends than anything. That was number one.
100%.
And then after that, then we started to explore different places. Back then in our early 20s, we used to just do band bars, really. We just go to bars that had bands playing. And
Park City, the Junkyard.
Cover bands, Junkyard, and Just Jake's, which is still there, actually, and Doc's and all those fun places. But as we've gotten older, so come my 30s, I think things in the 30s started to dip down a little bit, and now into my 40s, I'm starting to get to the point where I don't even want to acknowledge my birthday as much anymore. I don't know.
Well, was it your 40th we went out for?
Yes, we went
brewery hopping.
We went brewery. Right? So 40 was a big one. So I think it's okay to do something for like
the
those
big birthdays.
Yeah, I for me, big birthdays are anything that isn't a multiple of 5. So except 21. Except 21. 25 I felt was a big one. 30 was a big one. 35 is a big one. 40 is a big one.
Okay.
45 I think is another big one too.
Okay.
You know. Which you'll be turning in a couple weeks.
I will.
Yeah.
To me, that's not a big one, though. No.
I don't know.
I've never had a birthday party my big one.
Okay. A 45 is not as big as a 50. It's like a 35 is not as big as a 40.
Right.
And, you get the pattern.
Yeah.
But I still think for some reason the 5s. I don't know why. It's
so funny. Like for me, when I turned 21, like nobody was 21. So, me and a couple people went out to, like I said, the bar where we knew we were going to get served. I don't even think your brothers were there because they were like, "Oh, I'm underage." I'm like,
Oh gosh.
but my parents threw me a 22nd surprise birthday party, like 22. Like, it's a weird number.
It's a
right?
weird number. It is.
It's a weird number.
21
And then,
would make more sense.
yeah,
But
and then my wife threw me a 39th birthday party. Right? Nothing for my face.
hey, at least they caught you off guard.
Yeah, no,
you
definitely.
know, you're like your 40th. They don't do anything, and then like, your 41st birthday.
Yeah. And then in 2019, I was 42. She threw me. Well, we threw myself another birthday party at Bricks. We went to Brick City.
Oh yes, I was there.
Yeah, you were there.
I was there. We had a good time.
Yeah, it was a nice time. It was a nice time. So I'd never had a birthday party on
Yeah.
one of those divided by 5.
Yes,
birthdays.
but the multiples of 5. Yes, except for 21.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
And parties. I think I may have once in my lifetime have had a surprise, and like it wasn't even like a real party. It was like 4 friends that we were meeting at their house, and then they're like surprise. And I was like, oh shoot, and like, people like celebrated, but that was probably it. I think.
Well, I will say that my 22nd birthday that my parents threw for me in the house, I was out to dinner with my then girlfriend, and when I came home, everybody was there.
Yeah.
Your brothers were there. My friends were there. My friends from grammar school were there.
Really?
My friends growing up when I was down the street, they were there.
Yeah.
Like, it was so cool. Like, it was such... That was a real surprise. That was in 2000, maybe?
Yeah.
It was a real surprise. My 39th, where my wife surprised me, I figured it out as we were leaving.
Oh.
We were going to an escape room. She's like, let me take you to an escape room for my birthday. I said, okay. She's like, my mom and my uncle are going to watch the kids. I said, okay. I came over, and they kept looking out the window. And they were like bringing in, like, my wife's like, oh, I want to make sure we have folding chairs, for them to sit. And I'm like, we got couches. Like, what do you... Like, I just started figuring out. I was like, something's going to happen. As soon as we were driving, like, they kept looking out the window.
Oh, that gave it away.
But the part that did surprise me when we got to the escape room, like her brother and his wife came, and both her brothers came, and her friends came, and like they met us there, and that was a surprise.
Yeah, it was nice to get the invite.
And then when I got home, my mom was there, and my dad was at home, and we had a big spread of food.
Yeah,
it
yeah.
was cool.
Glad I was there.
Yeah.
But
were you not there?
I don't think so.
No, you probably weren't there. I don't know why. I don't think many friends were there. I think it was more like family.
Never got the invite. It's all good. It's all right. We're not only family, but yeah. Anyways. But yeah, I feel like it's changed as you and your odd number birthdays.
So I'm turning 45, so I'm probably not getting a big birthday.
No, you're not.
Maybe when I'm like 47.
Don't expect anything unless my
no.
cousin, who John is married to, watches this right now. And she's like, oh, maybe we should do something.
I don't think so.
Yeah. Well, we should do something. Maybe
we should. We should do something in between our 2 birthdays, maybe like mid-October, late October, to celebrate.
I am absolutely fine sharing a birthday. Yeah.
Yeah.
At this age, I really don't care.
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
Any excuse to go out and drink. Yeah.
Yeah. 100%.
But yeah, I think.
Did you have birthdays as a kid though?
No, maybe once.
You answered that quick. Yeah.
Yeah, once maybe. And I can see now as a parent where I can see why my parents didn't really do it.
Yeah, it's awful.
It's weird because here's the thing. When you're growing up, your parents have their own friends, and John has his own friends. So when he has a birthday party, like when I have a birthday party for my son now, because he's still young in the school and everything, it's really like just, my friends
and family,
and their kids.
Yeah.
As the kids get older, which I'm sure you've seen, the kids start to maybe want to invite their classmates and things like that.
Right. And then you kind of push away the friend and the family party a little bit.
Yes.
You might have. I've had dinner for my my family for my kids, but
yeah,
I'm not inviting the whole crew anymore because it's too much.
Yes, it becomes a bit much. And I could see, like I said, from my parents' perspective, maybe they're like, I don't want all these people coming over. Right? So we didn't really do. I think, like I said, I remember one. I don't even know if my brothers ever actually had any kind of birthday parties. I might have been the only one. Where I'm like, I want my friends to come over, and they came over, and we did the whole traditional pin the tail on the donkey, and
sure,
and all that fun stuff. And yeah, I don't know. Do I feel like maybe I wanted to have more. I don't think so. I don't know.
I
I
am
was
perfectly
content.
fine with what I used to do as a kid.
Yeah, I was content. My grandparents came over, and we sang happy birthday, and it was nice.
My friends, my close friends, growing up in our town, our town was divided into quadrants, right? So your school friends were really like 2 blocks away from you at most.
Yeah,
So all my friends were in a cluster of like a 3 block radius.
yeah,
And my parents would invite everybody just for cake, or they didn't bring presents. It wasn't like you got to bring presents.
yeah.
It was just come over, we're gonna have some cake, and then we're gonna
Yeah.
go run around and play manhunt. That was my birthday.
Manhunt.
You
Oh
know what
my
I mean? Like
God,
that
yeah.
was, and that was.
Yeah.
I'm 100% fine with that.
Yeah,
Looking now at like what we do for our children, and you're gonna see,
yeah.
I'm like, this is too stupid.
Oh,
Like,
I mean,
what is going on?
yeah. I mean, people have like, and not to say there's anything wrong with it, but people have like bouncy castles and things, and some like big like slides and this
Yeah,
and that.
I mean, I've done it. I've done it.
Yeah,
I've
and
gone places and paid like I've done.
It's a different. But what I'm getting at is it's a different animal nowadays.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know?
yeah,
and
yeah.
not like I said once again, not to say there's anything wrong with that.
'Cause now
but
kids
it's
need to
different
be
from when we were
entertained.
younger. Yeah.
We used to entertain each other.
Yes.
Kids now need to be
I
entertained.
know, and that's the world we are because kids
Yeah.
are so used to being entertained.
Yeah.
I almost want to like. It's funny because my son's birthday was recently, and I said the same thing to my wife. I said, what about the kids, and what are we going to do to entertain? Because it's going to be mainly adults, and there's going to be some kids there. And she's like, they can kick it old school, She's like, there's plenty of things they can hang around, talk, whatever, do this, do that, do that. She's like, the TV's not going on. She said that.
No.
She was strict with that. She's like, the TV's not going on. They can find a way. That's what we used to do, and that's what they're going to do. So,
100%.
and you can't disagree with your wife. So
No. And it was a fun time.
yeah,
good.
yeah.
I mean, it's mostly us just hanging out drinking,
Yeah.
but it was a good time.
The kids, the kids.
And the kids got along.
Yes.
The kids got along just fine.
Yes, I didn't have too many kids. I mean, your daughters were there, my nieces were there, which are all friends, which works out. So,
Yeah, I mean, my girl's birthday was after that, but they wanted to invite. We took them and 5 of their friends, so 7 kids total. We took them to the movies,
Nice.
which I don't even know why we bothered doing that because all they did was chatter and talk.
Oh my God, I would have lost it.
Oh yeah, but they sat in the last row and we sat in the front row, so
Yeah.
they didn't want us to be around. And then we took them out to a restaurant after, and we treated them all to dinner. And then we brought them all back to my house for cake, and they played Just Dance, and they did crazy stuff and put on makeup
Yeah.
and whatever, and it was
Did you put on
insane.
makeup?
No makeup for me.
All right, that's
I actually, I'm not gonna lie. About 10 minutes in, they started getting on my nerves.
Oh yeah.
And I called a buddy and I said, "Hey, you got any beer? You want to hang
wanna
out?"
come
And he's like,
over?
"Hey," he goes, "Come over." He's like, "I got a beer I've been wanting to share with you." I said, "All right." And I told my wife, I was like, "I'll be back." She wasn't too happy.
I'm sure. But
But,
that's well, you know what?
It's all
though?
girls though. I have girls.
I was just gonna say
All
that
girls. I
if
don't
you
fit
had-
in.
If you had all boys, you would have been stuck home,
Right.
and it's just the cards you were dealt.
Yeah.
So
But every year for my children, one of my most expensive one is here in Chester by you. We did Allstead Farms,
okay.
but we invited family,
Yeah.
friends, kids in their kindergarten class or first grade, whatever they were.
Yeah,
all these
everyone.
people. You know how pricey that was?
Oh my God! So we only did that. We only had for our son. We only had one big birthday, and that was his first birthday when he turned 1. That he'll never remember. But we figure first birthday, it's like a really,
First birthday's an important birthday.
big
Absolutely.
thing, So that was it.
It's
After
more
that,
of a party for us because we survived 1 year without killing our kids.
Yeah,
Like, I
exactly.
did everything right as a parent.
Exactly.
I didn't drop him.
Yes,
He's still alive.
they're
I didn't
still
poison
in-
him. He's still alive.
still put together, yeah. So that was it. After that, they have shrunk and shrunk and shrunk, which we prefer because I make all the food for my son's party. Actually, John brought some the Asian noodles.
Oh, the Asian noodle salad.
yes,
yeah.
yes.
Did you like that?
Yes, they were good.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah. Thank you for bringing that, by the way.
Didn't seem like anybody ate it.
But and then my mother brought some empanadas,
I
and
saw it in the garbage when I was leaving.
and I made the rest of the stuff. So
Cheesesteak egg rolls.
yeah,
He
you
made
like
some
those?
cheesesteak egg rolls. They were
Yeah, those I experimented with.
Those were good.
I actually made them like a few days before to experiment because I never made them before.
Right.
I'm like, let me give this a shot. I originally baked them, was not real. It wasn't like authentic egg roll for me.
Right.
So I'm like, you know what? I'm getting out the Crusette pot and put the oil in there, and
Hey, they weren't oily, nothing. They were good.
yeah,
Flavorful.
and I changed the recipe a little bit too.
You had onions in there.
Yeah, you know what I used? What kind of meat I used for that?
Shaved ribeye.
It was. You know when you go to the supermarket and you go to the cold cut section, you want to get roast beef. I got London broiled, but it was like the.
Oh, okay.
So
smart.
yeah, dude, it was
Already
all the work was
sliced in. They
it's
do it
already
all for you,
yeah,
yeah.
you could have it sliced super thin, shaved.
Yeah, shaved.
I had it shaved, and I had it shaved. It was
You like it shaved.
yes, and I just got 2 pounds of it,
Right.
shaved thin, or whatever you want to call it, London broil shaved, and
Shaved.
and it was 'cause traditionally you would use like a ribeye or something.
You'd use like
that.
you just like a shaved ribeye or
Yeah. So I think London broil to me is like it's like roast beef basically. So
yeah, absolutely.
and did that and
Smart, very smart.
yeah.
No, they were good.
You know where I got that idea?
Me,
John has a Food Network lover.
Guy Fieri,
Yeah.
my man,
Yeah.
my man
yeah.
crush.
Yes. He I think it was him. I think it was his recipe. I saw that he uses
One of the only men in the world I'd
roast
leave my
beef.
wife for is Guy Fieri.
and he would have his wife leave him for.
Did I say that? Yeah.
He would say if your wife cheated on you with him, you'd be like, "Wow,
It's Guy Fieri. I
kinda-
totally understand.
I understand. It's okay.
Yeah, no.
It's okay."
Just keep me in the loop.
Do you guys have like your passes or anything like that or no?
A hall pass?
Yeah, the one celebrity hall pass.
No, we've never discussed the hall pass.
All right,
No,
good. I
no,
won't bring it up then again.
no.
I haven't either.
Now I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna ask about the hall pass.
Yes, that should be our one of our topics is our hall pass.
All right.
And who
You
we're
ask
allowed
your
to-
wife this week. I'm gonna ask my wife.
I don't
this
know.
week.
I don't know how much that would fly with mine. But yeah.
Mine'll be all right with it. Because
Yeah.
she's gonna be like, it's not gonna happen anyway. She's like, nobody wants you.
Yes, but then she's gonna think every time that actress is on TV that
Thinking
you're
dirty thoughts.
Yes, exactly. So maybe it isn't a good idea. I don't know. So anyway, what else is new with this time of year and what's going on? And or should we go into our next beer first? What do you think?
Yeah, let's go into our next beer.
All right, let's do that. Down that one. Sorry, John.
You like your cupcakes? Do you like red velvet though?
I do.
I
I do.
All right.
I mean, it's
I hope you
basically
do.
it's chocolate cake with
it is chocolate cake.
with like a
Red dye.
red dye and
But cream cheese icing.
cream cheese icing. Yes.
But there wasn't much to choose from. And who doesn't like red velvet?
Yeah, I do like it. Looks delightful. I'm curious to see where you got it from.
Does it say?
Whole Foods.
Whole Foods. So it's
thi-
vegan. It's
This
vegan.
is a little bit upscale supermarket there.
Can I tell you?
You can tell me.
When I went in there, you have to be a good-looking person to shop in Whole Foods.
And that's exactly why you went in
A
there.
person like me doesn't fly in there. I think I could just go to Whole Foods and sit down on a bench and watch everybody.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of pretty views.
A lot of good views.
Do you have to drive a Prius to go there or no?
No, I don't drive a Prius.
Okay, so then we're good.
A Tesla? A Prius. Why
Tesla,
would you drive a
Prius,
Prius?
any of those hybrids, or electric cars.
I drive a Toyota Sienna. And I
Yes.
did fit in because it is... you know where I want to go.
A lot of moms.
There's a lot
of soccer moms?
There's a lot of I guess Morristown's full of a lot of Hasidic Jews and I don't know. But
Yes, and the Hasid's tend to drive minivans. I see where you're going with
yeah,
this.
you know what I'm saying.
And that's
I'm
not a-
trying not to be like I don't know.
Yes, very stereotypical, but they do actually
Right.
drive a lot of
They do.
minivans. Yeah.
All right, so this is a fest beer, which we talked about last week as one of the
Yes, so he just talked about the Jewish people, and now we're doing German stuff. This is a fest beer.
the Festival of Lights.
He just read Mein Kampf before.
No, Adam Sandler, the Festival of Lights.
Yeah.
This is strange. Bitburger is
Bitburger.
the name
So
of the.
Bitburger's big, man. Yeah. they're-
Really, I've never heard of it.
Oh, you never heard of Bitburger? Yeah.
But this is the first beer we've done. This is the fourth Octoberish type of beer we have, and this is the only one brewed in Germany so far.
Okay.
This is brewed in Germany.
Because we like to support our local craft
We do.
brewers that are giving a shout out our German stuff, and we like to see that take on it. So.
Yeah. This is a Fest beer, which is the type of beer it is. And we went over that last week when we talked about Oktoberfest. There's two type of beers, Marzens, which we just had, and Fest beers are the most acceptable. And this is a Fest beer. There's no alcohol content on it. Oh, no, there it is. 6.2%.
Nice. Not too bad.
Not too bad.
That's the cool thing about these too. Like we're not getting tanked, so that's good.
But I've had a couple of Fest beers.
And they're 12-ounce bottles.
Yeah. So. And the glass is really big, so it doesn't weigh that much.
Yeah.
I've had a couple of Fest beers though, and they're not. Yeah. I haven't had one this dark.
Okay.
So
let's give it a whirl, man. Cheers. And thanks again for the cake, the cupcakes.
Different.
That's crisp, man. I like that. That's crisp. It's no lingering aftertaste.
No. There's not much to it, to be honest.
Yeah, I think it's a very crushable, downable, crisp fall day kind of beer, man. I don't know. I think that's really good.
Yeah, it's good. No, it's good.
Well, he stuttered on that, so I don't know. John. What are you thinking?
I like it.
I like it.
I like it. No. I like it, but I think I'm into the Marzen a little bit better.
Really?
Yeah. I think there's more flavor in the Marzen than there was in the Fest beer.
Man.
I think because of the color, I might have been expecting something a little different.
Yeah, they're a little bit different styles, so I hate to compare them in respect of
apples and oranges.
What kind of beer it is. I think they're both good in their own way. Typically, I mean, just being a craft beer guy, I would probably, if I started at a bar, I'd go for the Sunken Silo. But if I was in Germany, I would not sleep on this one. This is really good. So
no, but you're not in Germany.
No.
You're in Chester, New Jersey.
I wish I was in Germany. That'd be a pretty cool time, man.
Now at this time, yeah, it would be pretty cool.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Not in like the 20s or anything. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
very good.
Yeah,
these Octobery fall German European beers are quite tasty. We're used to now our IPAs, our hazies, our, I think it's time to go back to the roots.
I think
some people,
I agree.
You know?
I think I don't like to use the word tired of things. I just think my palate is a little bit all over the place recently, and I've kind of been leaning towards those crispy pilsners and things like that.
Let me ask you a question. We do a lot of beer, right? Obviously, and 98.4% of the times we're doing IPAs.
Yes, we are.
Are they starting to taste a little bit of the same? A lot of them. Not that that's a bad thing.
Yeah.
But are you starting to taste some IPAs and being like, you know what, this is good, but it tastes like
I have a little bit of bad idea lately, or concept, whatever you want to call it, or lately with the IPAs and stuff. And it could just be beer in general, but I feel like they all make me a little bit bloated.
100%. 100%.
And the IPA, I don't know if it's an IPA thing because that's mainly what I drink. I don't know. We'll have to see how I feel tonight.
Yeah.
And see how my wife feels tonight when I'm in bed.
See
if it's
see she wakes up with a nose pin on her nose.
Exactly.
Clothespin on her
see how
nose.
gassy I am tonight, But yes.
But this is good.
It's a nice change of pace. It's not super. You know what it is too, John? Is that these IPAs, a lot of them are like 10% alcohol, 8% alcohol.
Exactly.
These aren't like going to put you on the floor, and with a terrible hangover the next day. So, which is part of it too. When you're drinking these high alcohol IPAs, triples, doubles, quads.
But
whatever.
this is the first year where I'm into this more than I've ever have been before. And I'm looking forward to doing some pumpkins.
I was just going to say, you ready for the pumpkins?
I am.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to doing some pumpkins. I mean, we got a couple weeks left in October before Halloween, and I think that's about the right time to start bringing in some pumpkins.
Yeah, soon enough.
Yeah.
And then I've actually seen some cool ones out there, like sweet potato beers and things like that,
I saw a pumpkin coffee stout.
Interesting. I'll be willing to try it on a split.
Yeah.
I couldn't drink that probably on its own.
No.
I don't know, so I really have diarrhea. But anyways.
But also, so Oktoberfest, Germany, European beers, but this is Italian month too, my man.
Oh, come on.
This is Italian month too.
He's not going there.
Because
Actually, I was just gonna
our hero, Christopher Columbus, who discovered America, this is the month we celebrate him,
right.
and it will be, it was this week, it was yesterday.
John's Italian, so,
Faccia brutta.
So what's your take on this now being called indigenous people? Do you think
I'm okay. I'll share it.
you'll share, but it's kind of a contradicting view.
It is. So, all right. I'm not happy with what the children are learning in school.
Okay.
I come home and my children had to do a project on Christopher Columbus.
Okay.
And everything's negative. He's bad. He killed this person. He killed that person. He was brutal. He did this. He did that.
Yeah.
Really though? This man founded America. This man.
Yes, but then there goes into that discussion, John, that America was already found.
No.
It was.
It was habitated. Habituated.
It was very habitual.
It was habitual.
It was settled.
It was settled. But who really knows when Christopher Columbus and the crew, I'll call them the crew,
All right.
the Nina, the Pinta, the Santa Maria,
All right.
they hit land. How do they know that they weren't?
They thought they were in India, John.
But how do they know how do we know they weren't approached where it was a kill or get killed type of situation?
How? They were in a boat. They didn't have to.
If it wasn't for Christopher
Didn't have to
Columbus and
put
his
that
fleet,
anchor.
we would not be here drinking beers today in this country.
Well, we don't know that. It might have been a different time. It may not have been. I see what you're saying.
Listen.
I see your point. And back then, it was a little bit more gangsta. People were coming in and they're like, "Hey, this is going to be my land," and just like the English tried to do, as well.
Right. But this is what I told my children. Everybody focuses now. Everything is focused on the negative. Nothing is focused on the positive.
Yes.
And this was my example. I went to grammar school, and it was called Woodrow Wilson Grammar School.
Yes, you
It
brought
is
this
now
up. Yes.
changed to Susan B. Anthony because Woodrow
Is it
Wilson.
really?
Yeah, because Woodrow Wilson had slaves, so he's no longer a good man, right? Everybody in that time had slaves.
Yeah.
It's what they did. George Washington had slaves.
I know, and I agree. You have to learn from your past,
Right.
but I can see where they're saying, almost in a way, when you're naming schools and things after someone, you're putting them a little bit on that pedestal. And they're basically, I think, what these schools are saying is maybe we shouldn't be naming things after
When
them.
we were kids and in grammar school,
What if you had granted, they're presidents, so it's a little bit different. But what if you had the Hitler High School?
that is a lot different. That is a lot different.
You know what I mean?
When we were in grammar school, nothing was negative. We didn't hear the negative stuff about Columbus.
Yeah.
He discovered America. He brought spices over. He did this. He did that. They started the
I think the bottom line is that we don't really know as much as we think we know about that time.
We don't.
It could have been a hell of a lot worse, or it might not have been as bad as we thought. We kind of just going off what we.
That's
may
what
have
I'm
been.
saying.
Yeah.
How do we know it wasn't a kill or be killed type of situation?
Yeah, we don't. Yeah, we don't know. We don't know how savage they were or how it was, but that's the thing. Do you want to celebrate something that's not completely confirmed?
He was an explorer. He didn't find our country. He basically landed here. I think it was it wasn't really America. It was more of like the Virgin Islands, right? He was down in the islands somewhere south, somewhere. But when they say he was a bad man, he was a mass murderer, I don't think it was like that. I really don't.
We don't know, and that's the thing. It's almost like better to be safe than sorry. Let's not mess with that. There's rumors, and maybe we shouldn't.
My Italian heritage.
Yeah.
I
I know.
Cheers to Christopher Columbus.
You're going to be a little biased.
You're a hero. You're a hero. Just like the people after you, John Gotti, Luca Brasi, Vito Corleone, all heroes. They're heroes. They're Italian heroes.
Yeah, Jimmy Hoffa.
Jimmy Hoffa. No, not him. No. I don't know. I really I enjoy the day off.
Yeah. We didn't get it at my job. So they traded it. We don't get it, but we get Juneteenth now.
Oh, I get Juneteenth too. Yeah.
Oh, so you get both.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I get everything. I work in a bank. It's a federal. Everything's federal.
All right.
I mean, what do you do?
What do I do? I don't like talking about my personal stuff.
I don't know. When I come home from work and I see my kids at doing their schoolwork and everything's negative about Christopher Columbus,
Yeah.
I do. I take a little, not that I take a little bit of offense, but I don't think they're teaching the right stuff.
Yeah. I think they take it a little too far at times, and we need to learn our history, the good, the bad, the ugly, and all that fun stuff, which we've discussed before. It's something that, you got to embrace certain things, you got to learn from certain things, and you got to try to relate to certain things as well.
Yeah.
And how during certain times, that's just the way it was. If you there's nothing wrong with taking a stand, but sometimes these people who took the stand, were shot or killed or murdered or something, or
I just think we live in a society now where everybody's a whiny baby, and everybody's got to find the negative over the positive, cry about it to get their way.
I think people have too much time on their hands.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, people have nothing to do with, like, this is what? How long ago? You're talking about the beginning of time. Not the beginning of time, but how long ago is this? And now you're crying about it?
Yeah.
And you're getting stuff changed? Like, I don't understand it. I really don't understand the society we live in today.
It's different.
Whiny little bitches everywhere. Everybody's a whiny little bitch. It's insane, dude.
Yes. It's a bit much.
Enough is enough.
It's a bit much. I feel like this is something that we've
we talked about it a lot.
We've gone down this road.
Columbus is a hero. God,
I don't think he's a hero, but yeah.
Look at Sopranos. I mean, come on.
Yes.
Remember that episode of Sopranos, Columbus Day?
Columbus Day.
They were trying to get in with they were like threatening the Native Americans. Hey, call your people off.
Now, Thanksgiving is a different story. I think that was more about like the trade of everything and stuff like that, right? With
they kill turkeys.
Yeah.
We're not. We still support Thanksgiving.
Do you think it's wrong? Which even nowadays people still say it when people say the Indians. Do you think that's wrong?
No. That's the word.
It's not the word, John. It's not.
So you take offense to Indians. So now the Cleveland Indians couldn't use their name anymore. The Washington Redskins couldn't use their name anymore.
I am opposed to things that are it's almost ignorant in a way. I think it's absurd because the only reason they're called Indians is because Columbus thought he landed in India.
He thought he listened to West
ridiculous.
Indies,
West Indies. Well, whatever. Yeah. So he's like, oh, dude, look at these. Oh, those must be the Indians.
But why are they Native Americans? It wasn't America back then. So if I just go up to somebody and say, hey, what's up, native?
Well,
I feel like that's a little more derogatory.
They were the natives, yes. Yes, but if you ever called one of them an Indian, if you saw a Native American and you said, oh, look, there's an Indian, how do you think they'd feel?
An American Indian.
They're not Indians, so India is its own country, its own thing.
But it wasn't there when the Native Americans were here.
How do you think like real Indians feel? And they're like, wait,
I think they should be honored.
To compare me and
they should be honored.
Someone that's not from our land, it's almost an insult to them because they earned that name and they are that's really what they are, Natives, and it's interesting too, which people don't realize and don't think about it, is natives it wasn't just Native American, there's Native everywhere. There was natives everywhere. There's Native, so from my ancestry, my grandmother is Native Puerto Rican. So she was like a native. So just like everyone thinks like Native American, like Indians in John's eyes, they weren't just in America. They were all over.
Right.
The Incas.
But that's everywhere. That's everywhere.
Yeah. So
everybody who was somewhere was a native.
Yeah.
But not everybody can be a native.
Yes, maybe they should have their own name, but there was too many tribes back then between the Mohawks, the Mohicans,
Seminoles, absolutely,
things like that. So I guess it's like Europe where everything was kind of split up back in the day, and
but not going to be like, hey, what's up, Seminole?
Yes,
no.
It could be,
what's up, Indian?
Would a Seminole be Somalian?
You see? Here we go.
I gotta stop.
No. And those are known to be pirates. Bad people.
Gosh.
Bad people.
Oh my God. Anyway.
But I mean, like, Like, come on,
Anyway.
cowboys and Indians. It wasn't cowboys and Native Americans.
Yeah.
Right? Why did that change? Why did that change? They were fine with it in the 50s, 60s, 70s,
Yeah.
80s.
We need a new topic.
Did we play cowboys and Indians as kids?
Yes.
Who was the village people? There was a construction worker, a police officer, and an Indian. There wasn't a Native American in that
And
group.
now it makes sense that we.
Thank you.
And speaking of which, you know what my son said to me? Was it? I think it was yesterday. He goes, in school, 'cause he's 5 now. In school, we can't do the gun thing.
Yeah.
He said, we're not allowed to do that. That's bad. That's bad.
Yeah.
I said, nah, you probably should.
Yeah.
You know,
Well-
you probably shouldn't.
I get that. Kids are
Yeah.
shooting up schools like
Yeah. It's so different nowadays with the drills and everything.
Yeah,
They have,
yeah.
you know, the shooter drills and things like that.
it's scary because we didn't do that as kids.
No, we didn't. We had fire drills. That's it.
My kids have to hide in the closet for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yes. And there's plenty of those kids that come out of that closet nowadays.
Yes.
But
yes. Good for them.
in other news,
Celebrate Columbus Day.
so no, you do you.
Celebrate
You
Columbus
do what you feel is right.
Proud Italians celebrate Columbus Day.
So we wanted to touch on one more thing as we have our bourbon. Actually, I'm going to start pouring that. But the last thing we wanted to touch on was recent news: is that pandemic is over.
According to Fauci, who's quitting soon, and according to Biden, who hears
He
the ice
quit
cream
already.
truck in his dreams. Yeah,
He quit already.
He quit the day he got elected. The pandemic is over. We are free.
We are free at last.
Free at last. By God, we're free at
Now
last.
let me ask you, John. Do you think it's just like another propaganda thing? Do you think
Of
it's
course it is.
because they don't want to give out free COVID tests anymore,
Exactly.
and they don't want to give out these benefits? And
I ordered free COVID tests through my insurance.
Yeah.
You know, you're allowed to order 4 per person.
yes,
in
we
your
did
family.
that too.
Yeah.
I hope
I
you took
ordered
advantage of that
si-
because now that's not going to probably.
2 of them
happen.
got denied.
Really?
Yeah. The government's like, no, sorry.
Wow.
We're going to give you 8. That's it. Not 16. Okay.
Yeah, I guess I'll be happy you got any nowadays. So that's the thing. So I was at the doctor today, and I overheard the person in the office talking to a patient. And she's like, "We don't no longer do video visits or anything because it's not considered
It's
a
over
pandemic.
now.
Yes, it's not considered a pandemic anymore, so that's not covered or something like that." I was like, "Oh my God, everything's really changing."
I just don't, in a drop of a hat, in a fly, they could just be like, that's over.
Yeah.
I can't anymore. I can't anymore.
It's all the agendas. It's all what they want to push. It's all about you know the primaries coming eventually and all that fun stuff. You know, it's I don't know, man.
Well, like you said, I mean, you just said it. It's October.
Yeah,
Election day is coming soon. All the rules change when it's election day.
I know. It's people don't. And once again, I always say this beforehand because you know I've voted both ways in my time, but just don't be a sheep. Don't be don't really investigate, do research on who you're voting for.
Don't do what somebody else is telling you to do.
Yes, don't be a puppet, and really understand what's the bigger picture and what's going on. And
It's over now. It's been over forever.
Yeah.
Did it even start?
I mean, I could see where you might be like, all right, the cases have dropped. But have the cases dropped, or is it just that no one's going to hospitals now?
Nobody's testing anymore.
Yeah. The rules have changed so much. You can go to work after like 5 days and just wear a mask or whatever. You know, it's which I'm not opposed to necessarily because I always thought it was blown up a little bit too big.
Of course.
You know, so
It's just frustrating how things change on a dime.
yeah.
You know, if the government decides it's over, it's over. If the
Yeah.
government decides it's still going to go, it's going to
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
If the government decides tomorrow there's another one, then there's another one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's
And meanwhile, plenty of small businesses were crushed and killed from this and aren't coming back.
nope.
Thanks. And never got support.
Nope.
The real support.
But we can pay everybody's student debts off, though.
Yeah,
No
we could do
problem.
that. But
Yeah.
small businesses that
no problem.
were
Yeah, screw the business
established who
people.
went to college and did all that stuff aren't getting they lost their businesses.
They lost
Never-
they're not getting reimbursed.
No.
Nope.
Nope. Not at all.
Nope.
Hey, whatever you got to do.
Yeah, no, whatever. It's over.
Yeah.
Hey, cheers to it's over.
Yeah.
What are we drinking today?
E.H. Taylor Straight Rye.
I like E.H. Taylor.
Yes.
The Colonel.
The Colonel Sanders. No, Colonel Taylor. Yeah, so we've had a couple E.H. Taylor. We were talking last week about John and his...
My list?
I'm convinced that John is a rye guy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So I said, I think I might have even brought it up last week that I said we should do a rye the next episode. So
yes,
it must have been in the back of my head because I'm like, let's get a rye out. And also, it's a birthday episode for me, and I'm like, let me bring out something a little special. This is a nice one.
I mean, I thought we were going to have this rip.
Rip?
It's a special day.
Oh, that's horrible. That's garbage.
Oh, okay.
You don't want that.
For my 45th?
For your 45th.
Divided by 5.
That's tripled in value, I think, since I bought it. So
might as well open it. It's not going to quadruple.
You never know. Let's give this one a whirl, Johnny.
Yes. Cheers.
Cheers.
Happy birthday, bro.
Thanks again, bro.
That's nice.
You're a rye guy.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I think I'm a rye guy.
Yeah.
It's so strange to me because I hate rye bread. And I've said that over and over.
Because you don't like the caraway seeds.
I don't like the caraway seeds.
There's no
this
seeds
is,
in this.
This is nice.
Yeah. It's a good rye. It's not like overly, it's not like a, and nothing against Willet, but Willet's very rye in your face. This is nice. It's subtle rye. It's solid, man. I remember last year, it was selling for like maybe $80 a bottle.
Wow.
And they had a row of it at the ShopRite in Hackettstown, I think it was. And I was like, I was buying it for friends. They're like, oh, have you seen any E.H. Taylor rye? Just pick me up a bottle and stuff like that. And I never bought myself a backup bottle. This is my only bottle of it. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
you mentioned that before.
and I'm like, dude, they had a row of it. I should have bought every one. Now they're selling this for a couple $100.
Yeah.
And I'm like, geez, man, I really missed out on that one.
Over on the side here. So whatever you see here is that's nothing.
We still got to do the tour.
There's a lot on the side here. And he's got all his E.H. Taylor. They're in
the tubes.
They're in tubes.
Yeah.
They're not even out and about.
Yeah.
They're in tubes.
I have a few backups there, mostly small batch, but I have a single barrel over there.
But you said
spare.
that's like the only one you don't have a backup for.
Well, actually, I there's other E.H.
Well,
Taylor.
I'm sure there's a lot of
There's
E.H.
like
Taylor,
there's different ones that are much harder to get that are like over a couple $1,000s. Yeah, like I think it was the 18-year marriage or whatever one that was. There's some really crazy ones. But as far as the ones that are a little bit more reachable, I don't have a backup on this one. Yes, the barrel. I only have one barrel proof, by the way, but that's like a really expensive bottle that is harder to get your hands on. So.
All right, let's do it. Open it up.
I haven't cracked that yet. Yeah, I don't know.
If anybody has any bourbons they want to trade or donate to the show, I mean, please do so.
Yeah, send them over. You know, all
Send
our
them on over.
millions of viewers, you can send over whatever you want, and we'll drink it. And we'll give you a shout out.
Send a comment. I will give you an address, and we'll do your stuff on the show. Yeah.
John's address, and we can put on a show.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
John looks good in a dress.
And we'll send you a free hat.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
If the bottle's more than $30, we will send you a hat. 100%. And if anybody wants a hat, seriously, reach out to us. If anybody wants a hat,
Yeah.
we can order you a hat.
Maybe we should bulk our next one, or something. Do
I
something.
think we should.
Yeah.
I think we should. We these hats here, we have different colors. Obviously, you can see. I'm look in the future. I'm gonna have stickers. So anybody who wants something, our dozens of followers.
John
and
has
listeners,
been mentioning stickers for the last 6 months.
I am. I'm gonna order them. I'm
still
finally gonna order
waiting
them.
to see the stickers.
I'm a bad human being.
Yes, we need shirts. We need. We'll have some Pub Suds and Gruds underwear at some point.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
socks.
Socks.
Yeah, socks. That'd be cool. Actually, that would be cool.
That would be cool.
Go to a wedding or something. You get the big Pub Suds and Gruds socks. That'd be fun.
We do.
Yeah.
Good episode today. Good episode.
Yes, we thought it was good.
I
You
love
guys might
this,
thought it was horrible, but-
Did you?
No, I said that our viewers might have thought it was horrible.
No, they're having a blast. They're having a blast.
Yes, and it was.
I love October.
We'll see if
We're going to
keep-
give our shout outs
yeah,
today.
we may start getting into pumpkin ones and step away from Oktoberfest, but we'll see. I don't know what we're doing.
What do we got? We got 2 weeks left, in the month.
Yeah, we'll see.
I think we should do a couple of. We only got 2 weeks left in the month.
Yeah.
Anybody wants to come trick or treating here while we're here? I mean, we'll do.
Yeah. Me and John will discuss what we got to figure it out. We're going to keep doing Oktoberfest or we're overplay. Do you think we're doing too much Oktoberfest or we should maybe move into something else because we did a couple weeks on Oktoberfest?
Yeah.
Do you think it's a thing that we should keep going on for the next couple weeks? Yeah.
Do you want to see us in Halloween outfits?
Oh, costumes? Yeah.
I think we should. Ken's got a little bit of problem. He doesn't like dressing up. I mean,
I'm not a big dresser-upper. But when I do,
dresser up.
I look fantastic.
He does. Booberry.
Oh no, Frankenberry.
Frankenberry.
Yeah.
Frankenberry.
I was Frankenberry.
We went to a Halloween party once, and Ken was Frankenberry.
I was Frankenberry.
And
Maybe I could break out Frankenberry. I think I still have it in the attic.
And I was White Trash Trailer Lady, and I still have that outfit as well.
With the moo-moo?
The moo-moo and the big boobs and the wig, yeah.
Downward the moo-moo. That was great. I remember that.
Shout out to Sunken Silo.
Sunken
Brewery.
Silo.
Yes.
That was really good, guys.
Good job on that Marzen.
And,
good job on that.
Shout out to Bitburger.
Bitburger. Now I'm hungry.
Yes.
Shout out to Bitburger. Shout out to the Colonel.
Colonel E.H. Taylor, Straight Rye. You guys always producing awesome stuff.
Shout out to the Native Americans / Indians. I mean, thank you for your service.
Shout out to the Native Americans, not Indians.
Shout out to Christopher Columbus. I appreciate the day off. I love a Monday day off. Thank you so much.
Yes. Shout out to Jeffrey Dahmer as well, because he's a murderer as well.
Netflix, the Jeffrey Dahmer show. Watch it.
Right.
You need to watch it so we can discuss it. Awesome movie. But most of all, shout out to Ken. Happy birthday, bro.
Thanks, dude.
I hope you had
really
a good
appreciate it.
one.
We're going to have those cupcakes right now.
You do look a couple years older.
I feel
but
older.
You're doing a good job, man.
And I'm still sexy.
You're still
and
sexy.
Everything is still functional.
You're always still. That's the most important thing.
That's the most important thing. And
cheers to you guys.
Cheers,
Like,
guys.
subscribe, follow, and peace out.
Peace.